Hi, my name's Nick Jeffries, and if you're new to my channel, this is New Projects, and we're a luxury design and build construction company based in Fulham. It was our unmodernised terraced house, and they wanted £500,000.
I just about make phone calls and use WhatsApp. You know, the whole world last night was going mental. There's no Facebook, there's no Instagram.
Yeah, you still went down, didn't it?
And that is just a terraced house, no loft conversion, no side return.
Just remodel, refurb.
Yeah.
His budget was 200. We came in just over by a few grand.
So what Fatmi has done is obviously he's left this in like a lot of the guys do. What they will do is obviously they will use some of the surplus to lift the raise the floor up.
One camera, two. We got that one there, your iPhone.
Yeah.
But obviously this one here, this is the main camera. This is the most expensive one we've got.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're going to start bringing you weekly videos showing you the day-to-day activities of me and the team at New. You will hear about all the live projects we're working on and all the new opportunities in the pipeline. You'll get to see the ups, the downs, the trials and tribulations of running a construction company in London. But one thing's for sure, we have one goal, that is to dominate the marketplace and be the best in our field. I just wanted to show everyone our office in Fulham. We've been here for 6 years now. So this is our main showroom. We are collaborating with a furniture company called Covett House. They're a Portuguese company and they design luxury pieces of furniture. So I think this piece here costs about 3.5K. The table over there with the light. We also got this cabinet here, beautifully made. The lighting also from Covett House. The artwork is from a local artist called Marie. She's kindly donated about 7 or 8 pieces to the office. So if anyone out there is looking for some art, she creates some lovely pieces. Up here is where our architects sit and our designers. So this is very important. You are not here to do a job, you are here to make a difference. Very important to know. This is our sort of deal board. At the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 live projects. And over the weekend, we've won another 3. So this builds up quite quickly. These are all our warm projects, all the jobs in the pipeline. I need to get these over the line so these become live. And we got another 3 new leads over the weekend. Over here is our kind of master plan. So this is where we want to take New in the future. We've got New Town and Country for projects outside London. New projects, obviously London. New Dubai is up and running. We've got an office on Sheikh Zayed Road and we've got a number of opportunities lined up. Also collaborating with 2 or 3 big contractors in Dubai. New facilities, taking care of opportunities like maintenance for management blocks. New developments, that's where we're going to get investors, obviously from New Capital, to fund our own projects. That's coming along quite nicely. New social housing. Social housing for us is a great sector we're going to get into, and we're working on a site in Hampshire for 22 units at the moment with a local authority. So that's coming along. I'll tell you about that a bit later on. So yeah, this is sort of our office for the design team and new opportunities. Again, another piece of art from Marie. Now this is my office. This is where I sit. Zak, the MD of New, sits there. He's on site every Monday. He's on site doing lots of site visits. We've got probably 3 or 4 multi-unit opportunities in Aylesford. So yeah, he sits there. Nice comfy sofa. So we've done many deals around this table. So when we get a client in and we want to close them down to get sign on the dotted line, we bring them here. We wine them, dine them, make sure they're happy, and we get the contracts and we get it all signed up here. This is where the magic happens. Come down. So this is our new media centre where New Weekly is going to be edited. We've recently painted the walls black. We've put the soundproofing up. I've got some more coming because, as you see, we've run out. This is coming to, I think, tomorrow. We bought a lovely new iMac with all the latest software and the RAM's very powerful. I've got some rugs coming because we want to get the audio perfect. This is coming down. We've got some studio lights going up here so we can get some nice lighting. We'll also be doing some podcasting. We get some mics so we can get some guests in and we can talk about entrepreneurial business ideas, inspirational people we can get in. And yeah, this is where Zoltan, who is going to be recording this now, will be sitting here editing. This is something we worked on Friday. So we're just off to our project in Atherton Road, and it is a detached property. So it's not bad, is it? Where we've got planning to... So this is where all the magic's going to happen for New Weekly, and yeah, all good. This is Jemima. She's hiding. She's having a late breakfast at the moment. She's actually my daughter. Downstairs Lou, and we've got the storage in here for all the items for the interior design and the architecture and all the high-vis and hard hats. So if any of you guys want to pop in, this is the Fulham High Street. You've got Fulham Road there, you've got New Kings Road there, both head on into Chelsea. So we're 5-10 minutes away from prime locations of London. Speak soon.
Let's go.
I thought we'd just jump in the car and take a short trip up the road to Holyport Road in Fulham. Now, this project was the first development refurb I did going back to 2010. Now, this project brought us to Fulham, and also this was the first project we did under NU. So the most important thing about this project was someone actually believed in me that I can deliver an opportunity. So before I got into construction, I was a off-market introducer. That means I used to find development opportunities, I used to package them up, and the investor used to buy and give me fees on the way in and on the way out. Well, I did that for 2 years, and off the back of that, one investor said, Nick, if you find an opportunity, I will give you the money. So basically, we found this opportunity in Holyport Road. It was a new auction at Savills, and it was an unmodernised terraced house, and they wanted £500,000. So the investor said, okay, what can we get on the property? Well, we knew we can get a kitchen extension and a loft conversion and a full refurb. The bill cost was roughly 180k or something like that. So we bought the property, we put an application in for a side return and kitchen extension and loft conversion. It got planning and we did the build. The build cost took about 6 months, and once completed we put it on the market and it sold within 2 weeks. So we bought it for 500. We spent 180 and we sold it for 950. So that was our first project, which I'm about to show you now. So 2010, we did our first project, which was at Holyport Road, there. Loft conversion, kitchen extension, full refurb. This is the project which started everything for NU. Off the back of this, we got offers from neighbours, from the rear, from the side. So it's amazing. You do one good project and then people can see the hoardings outside and they come and have a look and it generates more business. So off the back of this one, we won 3 other jobs around the same road. Amazing. "12 years ago, coming up.
Let's go.
So that's the American Embassy in front of us. Can you see the sky pool in the distance? Up there, let's see. Hello mate, I'm down here, I'm outside. Oh, see in a bit. Right. But no, it might look so much better now that all this is up, isn't it? And it's all painted.
It makes a hell of a difference, doesn't it?
It makes a hell of a difference. Yeah. So I've just said to Zoltan on the way over here. So obviously we've been here for almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
Coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, we've obviously hit quite a few delays. There's been delays mainly from the architect's point of view.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all about design, isn't it? It's about
it's the design
changing.
and the lack of design. You've obviously got the facts that the client has an idea in their head.
Yeah.
The architect can draw that idea.
Yeah.
Then it's our job to implement that idea and make it work.
Yeah, but the things they haven't thought about, i.e. the lift.
Yeah, there's obviously things that always come up on any project, and without sounding bad, this is actually the architect's fault or the contractor administrator's fault.
But the last thing we want to do is have no boys here.
Yeah.
Because we're not earning no money, are we?
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I'm trying to make the client and the architect understand.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to move the project along. We want your money.
Yeah.
We don't want it to stall, because if we stall, we don't earn any money.
Exactly.
Yeah, so what's ultimately going to happen is, that'll be my notice board.
Yeah.
Guys are coming, getting themselves kitted up. Welfare, kitchen unit, just poke your head round.
Yeah.
You know, kitchen unit. There's a loo at the back. They can come in. You know, obviously health and safety is a big thing on this site.
Yeah.
So what we've got, so this is our posi joist system.
Yeah.
The blues and the greens are the ventilation system.
Yeah.
And we have to make the ventilation system work with the floor system, because it's the way the posi floor system, it's not designed for a ventilation system. The ventilation system is designed to sit above a suspended ceiling, not a solid plasterboard ceiling. It's not designed for a posi floor. It's designed to sit above a suspended ceiling. So for us to incorporate the ventilation system into our posi floor has taken, well, it's not us, it's taken them 2 months. Our original posi floor design was done without a ventilation system and was submitted on the 2nd of August to the architect. After that is when it came to light that the ventilation system didn't work. And they resubmitted back to us a ventilation system that works on the 20th of September. From the architect's point of view, it's why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening?
Exactly.
And I take it that's what this call is going to be about tomorrow.
But that is why New being a designer build construction company, we take care of everything. But when we work with third parties, we got to rely on other people
to do the thing.
to tie in properly.
So that's us doing this.
Yeah.
So we've paid Andy to do this.
Yeah. But it's not down to us really, is it?
Well, we're down to design the posi floor system, but we weren't down to design the ventilation system.
Yeah.
That there is
Got a lot to come up, isn't it?
Yeah, 200. We're going to basically be flush
with the outside.
with the outside by the time we're tiled, and this is what we're setting on.
Yeah. Thick.
Mate, it weighs 18 kilos.
Jesus.
We've got 6.5 tons of flooring system going in.
6.5 tons. Wow.
That by itself, you know, cost to us is nearly 20.
Yeah, big dollar.
Big dollar.
Big dollar.
And never mind the tiles that go on top of it. So surgery 1, surgery 2.
Yeah.
This is going to be a disabled toilet here on the right.
Okay.
The wall, second wall for that needs to go up.
Yeah.
But we're finalising that. This becomes second reception.
Yeah.
Originally called second reception, but no longer a reception.
So where's the stairs up to the
So
mezzanine?
we're going to come up here. So we come up here, then we've got a quarter landing,
Yeah.
and then we're going up, flying up that
there.
way. The corridor has oak panelling. So there's oak panelling on now. Dark oak. If we try and get a third-party company to try and match their oak treads to that, it's never going to be right.
Listen, you spent 2 months here and you know every
I know
inch
this geography
of the
this
project.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And this is the bit that they don't understand. They think that you're just here twiddling your thumbs, but it's not.
Exactly.
It's procurement. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that nobody ever sees. You know. So then we've got surgery 3 and surgery 4. 4's the largest out of all of them, and I think that's actually going to be Nitton's own surgery.
Right. Why'd you say that?
It's the larger one, and apparently because he's the surgeon and does the implants, he needs a larger area.
That's got to come down, isn't it?
It's got to come down.
Right.
And the main reason why it's got to come down is it's not fire rated. It's insulation that catches fire. Right. It's based because it's the aftermath of Grenfell.
Yeah.
Places like this, that was probably put on.
Why on earth have they put it out there?
I don't know. It's soundproofing.
So that's really labour intensive, bringing that down, isn't it?
Well, yeah. There's approximately 50 sheets up there, and they're 100 mil thick. I've got boys coming back on site tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we're making some adjustments to some of the stud walls.
Yeah.
We're adding a niche in here for a scanner.
Yeah.
So that basically there's a 3D scanner going in this room, and that's going to be the control unit over there.
Okay.
So we're adding that in, and we're adding some timbers for the plant room over there. So they'll be on site hopefully from tomorrow.
So the programme's a 4-month programme, isn't it?
We're
4 months
January
left.
22nd
Right, okay.
is handover date.
Yeah.
The problem is
Subject to whatever
everything
we
going
get
smoothly,
signed off.
What my pain in the proverbial for me is, the delays aren't from our side. But when there is a delay, so there's been 2 months delay on the posi floor design now, but our end date doesn't change.
That's unfair, isn't it?
It is unfair.
Unfair, but
it is unfair,
and it puts a hell of a lot of pressure on
puts
New
pressure
to
on-
deliver it. I know there's no penalties.
Yeah, but the penalties are for us though, aren't they? Because
obviously, the longer it goes on, the more we got to pay.
the more money it costs.
And the boys.
Yeah, the more money, the longer it goes on, the more money it costs, and the more money it costs, the less margin there is.
Yeah. The contract value at the moment is about 550k, something
Yeah,
like that.
560, I think it was.
560. It's probably going to go north of that.
Yeah, it's definitely going north of that because there's a lot of variations going on.
You know, for us, New, it's in a great location, isn't it?
It is in a good location. It's a shame we can't market it more though.
Logistically, it's a nightmare. And yes,
Yep.
we can't market, but they're not going to allow us to put logos on the wall or banners outside because it's. Who owns the whole site? What's it?
Embassy Garden, Ballamore run.
Ballamore.
Yeah.
Very, very strict. Very strict.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I'll go down there tomorrow. I'll let them know when I'm going to come down. Then it can. But do you know what? Even if it's not perfect, who cares? It's real, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if we go down there and they're not wearing their high vis, then we say to them, where's your high vis?
Yeah, just obviously it's better from your point of view if you're going to put that stuff out there that the boys are on point and the site looks nice.
Yeah.
Because you don't, at the end of it, you're trying to sell.
Well, we're trying to obviously what we're trying to put across as well is run a construction business. No matter how glamorous it looks.
Yeah.
Is hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a graft.
Look how many balls we got up in the air all the time.
What I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to send you what the architect's drawing is.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to send you what we've modelled off the architect's drawing to make it work, if that makes sense.
Perfect.
So you've got architect's drawings anyway, haven't you?
I've got all the...
Yeah. So if I send you a model...
What job is this for?
Ravine.
So when we're talking about a project,
or a certain element,
we can bring up the plans as we're talking. So as you're talking about the kitchen extension or loft conversion or the basement, there could be a floor plan highlighted. So when you're talking about the basement, it would highlight the basement. When you're talking about the first floor, it would highlight the first floor.
What's this though? This
just on content.
Oh,
so
right,
on any job.
Understood. Yeah.
On any job.
Yeah.
How is the wonderful world of office life? Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Jemima. Say hello to Zoltan, Jemima. Hi, my name's Jemima and I'm 18 years old soon.
Well, what is this? He's turned this all into YouTubers.
I can't stand it.
I know. Have you got Instagram? Are you on social media?
Of course she bloody well is.
Of course she is.
You try and get her to post something for us.
What does she post? The nails?
It's funny, they've always got their phone in their hand, but if they could only create the content rather than consume the content. That's what people don't understand. It's just it's posting rather than looking.
Media,
Zach?
I'm not. I haven't got Facebook. I haven't got Instagram. I just about make phone calls and use WhatsApp. The whole world last night was going mental. There's no Facebook. There's no Instagram.
Yeah, yesterday went down, didn't it?
Mate, I was just like, this is bliss, isn't it?
Yeah, but the trouble is, everyone.
I didn't even notice until like 12 o'clock when I sent somebody a message.
But you're gonna think about getting on LinkedIn, aren't you?
I was on LinkedIn.
I think you need a LinkedIn business.
No. What it was, I was on LinkedIn, but when I had my previous business with someone else, then obviously I just took it off.
Yeah. LinkedIn's different.
Yeah, LinkedIn's more professional, isn't it?
It is a.
It's just if someone, it's like what we're doing now is. It's telling a story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the story is about what we're up to. A project coming, ground floor flat and lower ground floor flat in East Hill. Don't know where that East Hill is. Perhaps Zoltan, when you may be right when you're doing these in here, because that setup is really heavy.
Yeah, you probably want to.
It is heavy, isn't it?
It's not that heavy. It just.
I swear, don't they put it on the back? They have like.
Well, he's got everything. He's got like a Terminator thing.
Yeah, I have everything. It just now I want to do the naked version.
Because listen, we have good contact. Yeah, basically, I'm the brain of the business. That's it. Alright.
That's true.
I don't believe this. Right? Sales, money makes it work. Right?
Well, it's true. But the more people get used to that going on in our little world, the better content we're going to make.
It'd be normal.
It'd be normal.
I think I should come in. You know what I mean?
No, what we do, because I think what he's going to do, he's going to go over to your car. He's going to record you getting out the car, and then you can, like the Asian James Bond.
I'm getting married again. Do you want to come open the door for me, Mo? Say, Mo, he's
Should I get some roses?
This is my butler.
So you can have a little bit of whatever. It's just natural, and then you can introduce yourself, and that introduction can go.
Do you know what we should do?
It can go before this.
Sorry, Mo. Yeah, because obviously we're meant to do this variation. I'll park my car at the front, and then I'll walk in, and I'll act like what's going on?
No, No, what you could do, you could park your car there. He will come over to you as you are getting out the car, right? And then you can walk in. He will follow you behind you.
Jemima, give me strength.
And then you can say, "Hello, Jemima." You can say, and you go, "Right, Nick," and then that could be cut, and then
we could start talking.
This could be before this.
So
it'd just be the other way around.
And then also we could start going into the VO and so we'll explain on the job.
You can talk about your boxing and what you've done.
No, we'll just say,
money you got.
We'll just say on review.
Mention all the Lambos.
Mo's the project manager of jobs, obviously. He will.
Yeah, so everyone can have a good introduction. I just said, look, when you watch, like the reality TV programs like Towie, Chelsea. When every episode it brings up their name. So if you're talking, you go Zak Hussian, because every time there's a segment, it can mention you. So every episode, people are getting to know who you are. Right. So we want
people to watch us, innit? They'll like say, listen, I don't want to watch Nick, I want to watch Zak.
YouTube money.
Exactly. So each week we're gonna have about 50 to 60 million.
And I think what would be good as well, that one day you pop down in my hood and I can explain, look, this is where we grew up and
exactly, and that's right. And how our two paths
collided together. Now
converged, collided.
Collided.
Converged.
The explosion hasn't happened yet.
Now we're partners.
The big bang.
And obviously we're just here to rob the bank. So Shall I do that with the car then? Now?
If you want to, while you're at it,
Because I think if we do it for 20 minutes, then we need to get on.
Do it then. Put that on. Put the clip onto yourself.
Do you know what I mean? Hey dear Zaltan, you okay? Hello guys, I'm Zak, MD of NU. I used to gym a lot, man. But I've got, I think...
No, trouble is you got a problem with snacking.
Big. He'll see it, innit?
You get in the car and just eat shit?
Eat shit.
Mate,
I'll go to a fuel station and guess what I do,
You fill up the car and
I'm eating shit.
Mate,
that's what it is.
I stopped doing that last year because you know what? Salt is the fucking worst.
You know, if you want to lose weight, like, trust me, my missus has got me on a good diet. It's not like, but I just don't stick to it. I just don't. When I come here, I'm telling her I'm on a diet, innit? When I'm not.
Yeah, you need to stop. It's the crisps. That used to be my worst. I used to jump in the car and there's like 3 of them.
No, the worst is that you go to a fuel station and pick up some snacks.
They're a week old. I would have finished them in like a night, bro.
About a week.
I would have finished them in a night.
Yeah, let's do that. What I'll do is from next week, we'll start wearing more smarter.
No, so we do because this one's going out. This will be final edit. Will be Monday morning. So we got all week to get some stuff to build it up, right? And then if you come in tomorrow, just put your shirt on or something, or just get some jumpers, thin jumpers.
Yeah.
Because these are thin and good for the winter, and just like you can wear them underneath jackets.
Let's go.
Yeah, you followed up earlier saying, nice meeting you guys today. Not sure if you're saying floor plan, just obviously sending us over the design again for us to work on with Alistair.
Yeah.
But it's looking pretty good. Yeah, look, you got it for 700 grand.
Amazing.
700 grand.
I wonder if it was a long leasehold or a short leasehold.
Well, it's always interesting. I think when it's actually quite hard now, isn't it? So you have to spend probably 40, 50 grand on a lease extension, but because he bought it, 20% under the market with probate, then he got, I think he said he got himself another 75 grand off. He's laughing if he has to do a lease extension regardless. But this is it's
a great site. So if you can send all that over to Alistair.
I'll introduce him this afternoon, so this is how they had it fit out before.
Yeah.
They didn't really make use of the 2 bed anyway, did they?
Yeah. So we'll send that to Alistair, then he can take over that.
Yeah.
And what other projects we need to chase up? Have you got Trello up there?
Yeah, we've got Trello up. There we go. So in terms of what we need to follow up, Toby, we got his estimate over yesterday.
Yeah.
He's done a bit of the work himself anyway. So we probably need to go and do a site visit if he's happy with our pricing.
And that is just a terraced house, no loft conversion, no side return.
Just remodel, refurb. His budget was 200. We came in just over by a few grand to first fix. So I'll catch up with him later this afternoon, just see his initial thoughts. North End, I'm pretty sure we're closing, aren't we?
That is, I think that deal's done, yeah.
Yeah, it sounded pretty much, let's go ahead with it.
Yeah.
So I'll move that over there anyway, but that's just pretty much an extension of the roof, right?
Yeah, and the guy who's given us that deal, Rupert, he's also got several other opportunities for us. So,
are these a gentleman that own a percentage of Fulham?
Yeah, I don't know what
the exact
they're pretty connected. So we're not making hardly any money on that job, but there's going to be other.
A bit of an introduction just to build that.
So
relationship.
this guy here, Grove, estimate's been sent over. Have you been copied in this one, haven't you?
Yes.
So maybe make contact with him to see if we can come out and view.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll do that.
Cool.
Montague Square, they should have come in today. They haven't.
Yeah. I'll follow up with them then.
I think I copied you in.
Yeah.
He said he would like more detail on the estimate, and I said we can't until we know where we are, because if we give him a detailed bill of quants,
we're giving him a free QS job, aren't we?
Well, how can we do it? How can we do it? Because we don't have a scope of works.
Well, we've always got to be cautious with them anyway, because that's £1.5 grand, £2 grand of labour that they're just getting for free.
So it's a 5-bed.
Yeah.
Pretty dated, probably early 2000s.
Is this the development opportunity?
This is
it's a multi-unit opportunity.
Potentially, obviously, with it being one dwelling now, we'd need to go down a planning route to turn it into multiple dwellings. But with the space in there,
yeah,
100%.
I think she said, I know some of the projects along that Wandsworth Bridge Road.
Yeah.
Have been converted
into masonettes
you
and
take
stuff.
away part of the commercial, and you can convert like a smaller commercial, like two flats or something.
I think there's some being listed on Rightmove, very similar to that as well. I mean, this is 2,100 square foot. Yeah, that could easily fit 2 decent 1-beds or a 2-bed in a studio if we just wanted to keep it a little bit easier. We'll have a look anyway. We'll see what. I mean, the floor plan's a bit funny. Look. We basically got the flat we saw at Stafford this morning there with the hallway, and if we look at the value per square foot, so they're marketing at 1.25. Well, they're not. They're marketing at 1.2, and it's 2,136 square foot. So they're only marketing at 560 a square foot.
Seems good.
Yeah.
So Zoltan, Anthony's. How old are you, Anthony?
I'm 23.
23.
Yeah, I'm a baby.
23. Yeah. But you've done a lot in your 23 years, haven't you?
Yeah, I started working when I was 16. I was not a fan of, even outside of the social aspect of high school, I bloody hated it.
Yeah, but when did you get into property? I've
always looked at property and been like, oh wow, that's nice, as you do. But really and truly, I got into property probably as I was getting close to 18. I started working at a little estate, well, not a little estate agent, but a little office for an estate agent, just calling out all day. So we were doing easily 200 calls a day when I started, before I started having a bit of a leniency in the office. But speaking to 60 to 80 people a day, booking in 10 to 12 appointments a day, and then I just kind of got bored of doing the sales side of it. I wanted to get a bit more involved practically, so started looking at actual developments and doing sales for actual developments where I could be on site, be in communication with the teams on site, organise viewings properly, so it's not messy.
But do you think a big part of what everyone should learn is sales?
100%. At the end of the day, if you've got a business, you're selling a product, right? Whether it's a service, whether it's a physical product.
You don't have to even sell a business. You've got to sell yourself.
Yourself, yeah. And that's a fundamental thing. To me, that's so default in my head that I wouldn't even think that other people need to still learn it. My job when I was 16 was an apprenticeship. I was making 540 quid a month, and even with such a small amount of money, I was splashing it. I didn't know how to, I was spending 500 quid, maybe go to a house party, but instead of spending £20 on a bottle of vodka, I'd buy a bottle of Grey Goose instead. And it's just poor money management. I came out of high school with essentially no real life skills. I just had my literature and my maths knowledge, and then the other bits and bobs you learn about history and science. They're not so exciting stuff to me. Everything else I've had is just through applying myself at work, and to individuals. I didn't meet you, I didn't meet Zach, I didn't meet anybody that I've worked for, through a recruitment agency or through a job ad. It's always been through my own network. So yeah, a lot of real life skills that people need to learn once they come out of school.
Definitely. You've got to be a good people person.
That's it.
And create the opportunities.
But at the end of the day, in our industry, it's about, one, obviously selling our delivery team, I suppose. Even all the preliminary services that we offer, we need to sell that. We need to, if it's coming from an architect, for example, there's 3 or 4 tenders going back each time. And how are we, as a premium brand, more than likely going to be a bit more expensive than, you know, your general builder gangs? How are we still going to convince a client to use us? Other than, oh, we've got nice Instagram pages. That's, you know, that's just a start.
That gets your toe in the door.
That's it. That's
and then you've got to pass all the due diligence.
Exactly. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So yeah,
This is the whole building.
the whole building.
Is this an ongoing development, or
It looked probably summer started and
No,
they just put it up? So they done site set up and
So-
went into
so it's got
admin.
planning ready to go then.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know, actually, it may have expired, but
That's right. I think you said it was.
If it's expired, it's an easy road.
Shop has it at the moment, but then they've like sliced it up. So you go down. That's like this is all one flat garden. That's part of that flat. Then it all. There we go. And you've got the other ones as well. So 4 flats, retail units.
Mixed use is very popular at the moment as well, isn't it? Especially in London.
Yeah.
So pound per square foot on the way in is quite reasonable, isn't it?
It's less than, well, 1.8 over 3,000, so yeah, quite reasonable. Why are the asking prices so nice at the moment? Are people quite desperate to sell?
I just think with this one, like it is a pool of opportunity for this. And not many people want to take on big developments at the moment.
Yeah, I've got you.
I think people are still kind of, like I said, still feeling the headache after COVID.
Yeah, we've had the same. People are a lot more hesitant to spend.
Yeah. And also I think the vendors that we're working with aren't greedy, they're realistic.
We'll just crack on with it.
Hello.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Hello. I'm Nick. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What is it up to? Same as this fella here? Usually go for as much as you can, same as a conservatory, yeah. So we've got a little bit of space to work with here. Maybe like a garden wall.
The extension comes out as far as that.
Same as this and the conservatory. All right. We could do something like what they've done.
Here, given the size of that garden.
It looks a bit. The garden looks a little bit bigger, doesn't it?
Yes, I would say it's probably here, and then the side of.
Oh yeah, look. So that's the neighbour. So yeah, it's there because it's saying that that's the extra spot on the neighbour ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So this is ground floor, so it's commercial and flat.
Yeah.
Cool. Mixed
So
and matched.
it would have its own separate entrance. So you'd come in through here,
Yeah.
and then you'd have
Yeah.
the bedroom.
I see it.
Go
Yeah.
down into the living room, which we are through here,
Yeah.
and then down the stairs into
The bedroom.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's have a little nosy. Stairs. So it'd be what, around, well, near that steel beam, I get no.
I would say
So
it's probably
That
this,
steel beam, yeah.
and then that would
The
be
commercial space.
yeah, where you would.
Where's the
store-
access to commercial? Where would the access?
It would be
right here.
Yeah.
Come up here.
The stairwell. Well,
Oh, okay. So like the wall would be built here. I got you.
Yeah. Okay, so this would be this other bedroom then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's fine. Living area. Crikey.
So on here, this would be
Flat 2.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it would have to be because of the blooming size of it.
These chimney breasts come out. I think they have. Look.
Right here, yeah,
Yeah.
they come out. Nice meals cooked up in here.
It does smell pretty delicious.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, all the food from that region. All right, that's fine.
Basically, everything's got to go. All the floors got to come up. Everything's got to be levelled.
Oh yeah, I mean,
every single thing. All the joists.
I feel like Pingu right now.
Aren't you?
So this is going to be, yeah, this would be the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can already tell there'll be damp issues in it. And then obviously the loft, we know what it looks like. And we can keep
Yeah, but all that is for you.
Cool.
So all you just had your planning drawings. There's no
Structural or
structural drawings.
Or design.
Building control. Have you got a complete pack? Everything. Could you send them over to us as well? Because if when we go to price it up, it'd be nice to see the.
Yeah, we can be pretty exact when we've got those drawings.
Let's go.
So it's 9 a.m. and we're just heading to Crabtree Lane in Hammersmith, which is probably 5 minutes away from the office in Fulham. We've been on site, I would say, a couple of months. The kitchen extension structure is now up and they've started to take the roof off for the rear mansard. But to be honest, it has been a bit slow. Let's go up and speak to the boys. I think Zak, MD of New, is on site now. So this is our project in Crabtree Lane, Hammersmith. And how long's it been going now for?
So we started this job in July, June or July. Top of my head, I can't remember, June or July 2021, and we've had some problems on the job with regards to design, but we have been quite proactive, because to be honest, what we've done is without delaying, we had a few delays on the job, but without going back to the client's designers, we've sort of taken it on our responsibility to get the job going forward. So it's been a bit of a challenging job because of the whole design, because of the single story extension on the ground floor.
But sometimes really hard for the client to get their heads around that.
That's right, it's
all
hard.
they see is delays.
They do,
finger pointing to us.
That's right, yeah.
So it's up to the management team to make sure the clients are informed about the changes, and any changes in the scope of works or steels or drawing. It could take 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
It can do, yeah, it can do. So I'm meeting the client today, and I can't mention the name obviously the client, but meeting the client today, making sure that the client understands why there's been a few delays. The client's been a bit upset with us, but obviously we had a meeting with them. They were pretty happy. Yeah. But now going forward, we know what we're doing. We've got the shell to finish off, and we should be out here in the next sort of 8 to 12 weeks. Yeah. So while we're coming on progress, you'll see the progress on the project as well.
And this is only a terraced house in Hammersmith, but I think the client bought it for 900k. After we've done our bits, it's going to be worth at least 1.2 million. So, this is a lot of money.
For us, this is probably one of the smallest projects we've got on the go. So but
it's bread and butter, because literally it's 5 minutes up from the office. And we like getting our signs everywhere, don't we?
Yeah, that's it. Promotion. Yeah. So we'll go inside, have a look, and
One, 2 hours is going to be here. Though.
Yeah, so the hive will be here in about a couple of hours, and then we'll finish the ridge beam off. Yeah. And then there's one more beam, the ridge beam and
that one and post.
And the post. Yeah, so one ridge beam and a post. Structurally got changed because the client's engineer put timber posts.
Right.
And was called Fatmia.
You can,
So Fatmia was called. To be honest, he's done a good thing, because Fatmia decided to put steel instead. Yeah. So he advised their engineer that, look, when he was here, that we'd rather put a post out of metal, timber, steel, a post 100 by 100 then put in a timber post there, because it'll be weak. So he done that. So that's what it is.
Yeah, we changed it to put one beam cross and upstairs in the loft.
And upstairs in the loft,
one beam like this, not here.
Yeah.
In the loft, for the loft, cross like this.
So how many steps?
That's it.
This is all going to be levelled off, is it?
No.
There's a bit of step going down, isn't there?
This is coming out.
Yeah.
This will be coming out. But
this one is the.
That's the finished floor. But so there's going to be like 2 steps going down into it.
2 steps coming down. Yeah.
2 steps.
So what Fatmi has done is, obviously he's left this in like a lot of guys do. What they will do is, obviously they will use some of the surplus to lift raise the floor up.
I'm gonna cut it here. This one here is 2 meters down. This one.
Oh, okay. So the step goes from here down.
From here down.
Right,
yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Because she's got a high ceiling. See.
She has got bloody high ceiling.
Massive. Yeah. Once it goes to that level, it's a massive high ceiling. So, and plus also.
And what's that? Is that going to be an atrium or flat roof?
What's called? Just that's all been ordered. The skylight.
Yeah.
The windows again, bifold doors. We just need to clarify from where. That's what I want to speak to today about. Yeah. But also, what we want to explain to the client is that at the end of the day, we had a lot of groundworks problems because we've got steel underneath there. We had to do a pad foundation.
Yes.
A couple of pads instead of doing a strip foundation. So we started doing a strip. Then we had to change it to a pad foundation.
Yeah.
So we had to change it into a pad foundation. Then we had to put steels going across because there was a
drainage pipe.
The drainage pipes.
All the way.
All the way. So we couldn't dig them out. It goes through the whole garden. So that took a long time to finish because again, a design problem.
But this is like, for the people watching, nothing straightforward.
Exactly.
When you get the drawings, things always change.
Yeah.
You can't go. It's like day to day, things change.
So where we tried our best to be proactive, we've got our own engineer here to basically do it because we didn't go back to the client's engineer. We went back to Rahul, who sorted all that out for us. So Rahul's the one who sorted that out, got us the thingy. He obviously had to design the steel. We had to order the steel. That took a long while, and then etc. That's taken
and this wall, for example, this way, and the plan don't have it.
Yeah. So
But
listen,
this
we're a little
extension
bit
is
behind
outside.
schedule, but we need to sort of probably get a little bit more bodies on site now.
Yeah, and
push it forward, haven't we?
No.
Yeah.
So Fatmir, what's called, what he's going to do is he's going to focus on getting it watertight.
Yeah.
So getting the loft done.
Yeah.
Song, the client, I shouldn't mention any names, should I really?
That's all right.
So it was called, the client has now changed the design. She doesn't want to have tiles as the mansard. She wants to use zinc cladding.
Right.
So we need to speak to her about that today and say, look, that's going to cost you double or triple.
Yeah.
So we need to agree that with her.
Yeah.
And then obviously once Fatmir has finished the shell,
to let me know how thick is that one because I'm going now measurements with the tiles.
Exactly. Yeah. Carry on. Carry on with the tiles. Carry on with the same design.
Okay.
Thickness will make you work. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
And then obviously once he's done the shell, then he could do the flat roof, take the scaffold, come working way down.
The flat roof is done now. It's ready.
The
plywood and fiberglass.
Fiberglass then.
Yeah.
Then we're cracking. Then we got what, about 5-6 weeks work inside.
Yeah,
when I spoke to him last time, where the steel should have gone in the chimney, it shouldn't go in the chimney.
You can put all that heavy, all the roof in chimney,
So we got a crane coming in the next hour?
Yeah, he's gonna be here. He's gonna be.
So to get that in place, and then that's it, they'll sort of start shutting all that up. But what he's done is he's done all the joisting for the floor. So he's done all the joisting for the floor, and that basically now, that takes quite a while to do, getting it all.
Tomorrow is going to be finished, that shed. When the beam is going in, because I have the woods ready, I fix it, it's going to be finished after just the plywood.
So Zoltan, we'll go back to the office. Yeah, so these jobs can be pretty challenging because we try to make sure that the client understands where we're coming from, because we find challenges on the job where we're trying to change design. Sometimes the client comes back to us and says, "Oh, we want to change the whole layout," and obviously that is commercially, financially viable for us, and also design changes as well. So, yeah. How you doing anyway, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm very good. Yeah.
Good man. So Zoltan will head back to the office, like I said.
Okay.
Lot to do today. Lot to do. So yeah.
How are you guys getting on in this construction?
Yes, it's good. We're busy. We're it's construction is a challenge. Like I said earlier, in itself. Like I said, you're dealing with clients.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to domestic projects.
Yeah.
We try and make sure that we deliver for the client.
Yeah.
And it can become a little bit of a challenge because, like I said earlier before,
Is it stressful?
it can be stressful, but at the same time, it's all about timekeeping, management.
Prioritizing.
That's it. And another important thing very important thing is communication.
Yeah.
Because if we don't communicate with the client about changes, and it can become really tricky, and the client can get upset because they are spending their own.
So it's always an issue with changes.
Changes, yeah. So
Is it in the drawing side, is it changing?
yeah. So I'll give you an example. On a project, smaller projects have a lot more changes, only because the client wants to maybe change the size of a bathroom, change the size of a layout. If you're building flats, and we do all types of projects. So we do new builds, refurbishments, new build flats, new build houses. Clients are particular. At the end of the day, we're trying to give them the best service and the best quality product out there they can get from a new. So that's our job, and also we try our best. We're here. We're a business. We're trying to grow our business. But at the same time, our reputations are very, very important.
Yeah. But where is the lack of communication then?
So sometimes what happens is with construction, like you're doing a design change, so you're waiting for information from the engineer or the architect. Obviously, you're trying to relate that back to the client. But what's happening is the client is not understanding the time frame it takes. Obviously, the client wants it as soon as possible, you know. But on a lot of contractors tell you, you know, your time, because obviously your architects and engineers, we have architects in house and engineers, they're also busy on other particular projects. So when we try to communicate with them regarding that, sometimes they misunderstand or they don't understand. So that's what happens. But we try our best to communicate on a regular basis.
You guys has to be extra.
All
the time, and you realize something.
That's it, yeah. So
you have to communicate it right away to the clients and everybody.
Obviously, you know, my job role, I'm the managing director in the business. My job is quite crucial because I'm you know, make sure that the numbers are right for the business. I have to make sure that everyone in my team is proactive. They're not negative. You know, the morale is good. Same thing with you, Zoltan. We need to make sure that you are happy. Do you know what I mean? You're happy coming to work. You're happy what you're doing. We have to make sure that everyone is very, very happy coming to work, and that's very important. If the ethos is good, you know, then our business will thrive. So that's 100% without saying that. So we have a young guy. You know, Anthony, which you know, one of our colleagues. He's very good. We've got a couple of other guys who do a similar. He's a very smart. He's a smart kid. We shouldn't say too much because he'll get big-headed. Yeah. So, but yeah, he's a nice kid. He's good at what he does. So he also helps the business, the customer relation. Where sometimes Nick and myself can be very busy doing business leads and meeting the client. He's filling the gaps. Yeah, he's speaking to the client and trying to get the right message across. There's another guy we have, Jubair Ahmed, who hasn't been around this week, but he's been busy running this. He's our construction director, and all these people are very important to us because these people make the business grow and make sure that you know jobs are getting carried out. And we've got very good contractors, builders who work for us. People like, you know, right now we just met. You know, sometimes it's not their fault. Of the delays. It could be, you know, we change a client and they get frustrated. At the end of the day, they want to do a good job, get paid and go home, you know, and see their family. So that's important.
Let's go.
It's Friday morning and I've just had to stop into Tesla in Guildford because the rear screen in the car has cracked. So if you can see this, it goes from here, and it's where, because this is just one piece of glass, when it flexes, it puts tension on the glass, and it's quite a common thing actually on the Model 3, which I've just been told. So this is the new service centre in Guildford, and it's pretty good. So that's good news. The glass is in stock and it's only going to take 1 hour to swap the glass over, but I've got to stay here for another hour after that for the glue to dry. But it's not a problem. I can sit over there, use their Wi-Fi and do some work, and also have a look at the new Teslas here. There's a brand new Model 3, a white one, same as mine. And if anyone hasn't driven a Tesla, I would highly recommend it because it outperforms any car on the road, and they're pretty affordable when you come to think about you don't have to put any fuel in. Yeah, so it's a nice touch because they give you some iMacs to play around with, and that's the new range of Teslas. You've got the Plaid series, which 0 to 60 is under 2 seconds. 2 hours later, I've got the car back. So she's had a new rear screen in, all new. Look how big it is, goes from here to here. And I'm told the cost of that would have been 1,800 quid. Wow. Thank God it's on the warranty. But anyway, I'm gonna head back to London now, see how Zoltan's getting on with the final edits for our new weekly YouTube video, and I'll catch up with you soon.
If we look at the value first.
This is the whole building. The whole building.
Is this an ongoing development or?
All right,
Yeah.
Good morning, Zoltan. So, how's it going?
Yeah,
how's your first week?
Yeah. My first week is very interesting. I'm still learning this area.
Yeah, but this is so it's Friday. You've done 5 days with new, recording some excellent content, creating our first new weekly, and now we're just going to have a look through a few minutes of it to see, you know, how is it? Are you happy? Are you happy?
I'm very happy
because we've downloaded loads of what are they called, apps or something?
Yeah, so we had to install obviously plugins.
Plugins.
It was so empty, like other softwares, like Photoshop, any other softwares. You're getting them, then after you have to just fill them in, because that's how you will show.
You can do the special effects.
You're gonna add values to the videos, and special effects, motion graphics, and sometimes you can find a easier, quicker way to do.
So on average, we're doing about 12 minutes a day. It's coming up, what is it, 60 minutes now, the whole thing? Including what we're doing now?
Yeah, the whole thing now became like almost an hour, 59. So that's a good start actually, and a good size.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should go over it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it on like this, and then it's 5 days, isn't it? So Monday to Friday. Now we're gonna record. This is what we record as well, and we record some stuff. Are we gonna go out?
I think today's the day. This is going to be our final input for the new weekly.
Yeah.
And then obviously on Monday, back in the office, we can do some final cuts and edits, and then Monday afternoon we'll upload to YouTube.
Upload to YouTube, yeah. That's a good plan. Yeah. So this week was just a little bit compressed because we have to set up everything. There's always problem comes. Remember when the camera was shutting down for some reason that I never ever experienced. But now we have the softwares, the cameras running up and running. So
we got one camera, two. We got that one there, your iPhone.
Yeah.
But obviously this one here, this is the main camera. This is the most expensive one we've got.
Yeah.
And what is that camera? What is the lens on that camera?
That lens is the more versatile, 24 to 70.
Yeah.
It's a wide open up, so it is very good with 2.8 aperture, which is good because when we walk in and out, like in car, different exposure you have to do, darker a little bit, or you just get out, the sun, so it's easier to.
And you've got a separate monitor on that as well.
Yeah, actually we're recording with that monitor. That monitor is recording as well, which makes it available to, now I can, during the time I still can autofocus and all those stuff is just featured, it just comes up, it's just expanding.
So what's the difference between that one there, that monitor, and that one there?
Yeah, this is just a standard monitor.
That's just a monitor, that's not
just
recording.
a monitor, not recording anything. 4K, you can do 4K, you can see how nice it is.
That's a nice size screen on that one, isn't it? It's a little bit bigger.
And also very light. So this was the ultralight fieldwork, which gives you, even if you go out and the sunlight goes on the way, you know, so it's still you're still gonna see it. I don't know how many lots. It's just a lot of lots.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the quality of the 3 different ones.
Yeah.
So expensive, mid-range, iPhone.
Yeah, now we will see the difference.
We'll see the difference, right? We'll see the difference in audio, visual.
Yeah, I wanted to see actually,
So we're filming this today from our basement in New. We've converted it into our little studio, so we've got all soundproofing around. We've got great lighting. We've got some more lighting going in the next week. So we're going to turn this into maybe a podcasting suite as well.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
So, we've got everything here. Obviously, Zoltan's joined New. He's going to be our full-time videographer. He's got all his own cameras. He's an expert in editing and mixing and the software. So I think we've got a great team to create some fantastic content.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to wrap this week up, but don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, share, and hit the notification bell if you want to get our latest videos. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next week. See ya.
Let's go.